Hello everybody! Welcome back to some more Pokemon Fire Red. In the last episode, we got the key in the Pokemon Mansion, so we can now head on over into the gym, and we can challenge Gym Leader Blaine. Let's go ahead and talk to this guy. Yo, champ in the making! The hot-headed Blaine is a fire Pokemon pro. Douse his spirits with water. You'd better take some burn heals too. I don't have any burn heals, but I do have a full heal, which basically can act as a burn heal. So seeing as this is a fire-type gym, it makes sense to have a water-type in the front. Let's go ahead and talk to this guy. I was a thief, but I went straight as a trainer. Good for you. So we're gonna be battling Mr. Burglar Quinn. I don't know why you call yourself Burglar Quinn if you've gone straight. Shouldn't you just call yourself just Quinn because you're no longer a burglar? I don't know. Anyways, we're battling this former burglar now. And let's just go ahead and use Surf on him. Super effective, strong special attack. Probably not going to one-shot the Growlithe. Oh, it did one-shot the Growlithe. Wow, Gyarados is stronger than I thought. Alright, who comes in next? Vulpix. Well, if Surf one-shots the Growlithe, it should definitely one-shot the Vulpix. Vulpix might be a bit bulkier, but I don't think it's enough to make a difference. So yeah, there's Vulpix taken down. So who's the last Pokemon? It's Ninetales. Okay, Ninetales is quite bulky. It's the evolution of Vulpix, and it's faster, so that's a little bit of chip damage onto the Gyarados. That doesn't really matter. I still think the Ninetales will die, though. I'm not sure, though. Let's see. No, Ninetales lived. Not too surprising, I guess. But one more Surf should be enough to take it out. Oh, we're burnt. That's kind of annoying. That'll make it so that we take damage every turn. It does not affect us in the overworld. It's only in battle. And my physical attacks also do half as much damage. So that's fine, because I'm just going to be using Gyarados' Surf all the time, which is a special attack, so it doesn't matter. And Primate reached level 37. That's very exciting, and we defeated Burglar Quinn. I surrender. We got $6,336. Holy cow, that's a lot of money. That's double than the amount of money that the burglars gave us in the Pokemon Mansion. I got this uncontrollable urge to steal other people's Pokemon. Well, that's not very good. You don't want that to happen. Then you'd probably go to jail or something. Anyways, where are my full heals? Here we go. Let's use it on Gyarados. He's no longer burnt. He's now healthy. And let's battle you. Do you know how hot Pokemon Fire Breath can get? I'd imagine pretty hot, because fire is pretty hot. But anyways, we're going up against Super Nerd Eric. They've got a Vulpix to start. We'll send out our Gyarados. Alright, so there's the Intimidate onto the Vulpix. That's probably not going to make too big of a difference because Vulpix is a special attacker. But you know, it will help, I guess, maybe. There's the Vulpix taken down. First Pokemon down. Who comes in next? Another Vulpix. That should just die just as easily. Goodbye, Vulpix. Who comes in next? Ninetales. Goes for Safeguard, but that's okay, because I wasn't going for a status move. I was just going for the kill. So one more Surf should take it out. They go for Ember. It's a little bit of damage, but Gyarados is perfectly fine. Here comes the Surf, and that takes out the Ninetales. Alright, and there we go. We defeated Super Nerd Eric. Yo, hot, hot, hot! You got 1,728 Pokédollars for winning. Fire, or to be more precise, combustion. Oxygen in the air, blah, 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 blah. What's this over here? Pokemon quiz. Get it right and the door opens to the next room. Get it wrong and face a trainer. If you want to conserve your Pokemon for the gym leader, then get it right. Here we go. There are 9 certified Pokemon Gym League badges. No, there's 8. You're absolutely correct. Go on through. Alright, so that opens the door. So I guess we have a choice. You can either choose to battle the trainer or do the quiz. I'm going to go ahead and do the quiz. Pokemon quiz. Get it right and the door opens to the next room. Get it wrong and face a trainer. If you want to conserve Pokemon on the gym leader, then get it right. Poliwag evolves 3 times. No, it evolves twice. Poliwag, Poliwhirl, Poliwrath. There we go. You're absolutely correct. Go on through. Alright. I'm just going to skip all the trainers. I might as well just do the quizzes because I know a lot about Pokemon. Pokemon quiz. Get it right and the door opens to the next room. Get it wrong and face a trainer. If you want to conserve your Pokemon for the gym leader, then get it right. Here we go. Are electric moves effective against ground types? No, they're not. They have no effect. You're absolutely correct. Go on through. All right, how many more quizzes are there? I have to be careful not to go in front of him, because otherwise then I'll have to battle him. Pokemon quiz. Get it right in the door opens to the next room. Get it wrong and face a trainer. If you want to conserve a Pokemon for the gym leader, then get it right. Here we go. Pokemon of the same kind and level are not identical. That is correct. They're not identical. You're absolutely correct. Go on through, because some of them can have different natures and different Eevees and Ivies. All right, blah, blah, blah. Get it right. Blah, blah, blah. Get it wrong. Face a trainer. Blah, blah, blah. Gym leader. Blah, blah, blah. TM contains Tombstony. TM28. I don't actually know, but I've never heard of the move Tombstony, so I'll just say no. You're absolutely correct. Go on through. Alright, and here we are. Here's Gym Leader Blaine. We can battle him now, and our Pokemon, for the most part, are very healthy, so I'm thinking I'm just going to go into it straight away. I don't think there's really much I need to do. Ha! I am Blaine, the red-hot leader of the Cinnabar Gym. My fiery Pokemon are all rough and ready with intense heat. They incinerate all challengers. Ha! You better have burn heals. Well, I've got full heals, and they're burn heals but better. So we're going up against Gym Leader Blaine. Leader Blaine would like to battle. They're starting off with a Growlithe. Level 42. Ooh, yikes, that's a little bit high. Maybe I'm under-leveled. Also, why does he have a level 42 Growlithe? Surely he should have evolved into an Arcanine by now. He could have just used a Firestone on it. Either way, we'll go for a Surf. Alright, that's still one-shot the Growlithe, even though it was 4 levels higher than us. That's kind of surprising. Who comes in next? Ponyta. It's only 2 levels higher than us. And I am faster, surprisingly, which is pretty crazy, because Ponyta's a pretty fast Pokemon. And there we go, that's the Ponyta one-shot. So we seem to be doing really well in this gym, even though we are a little bit under-leveled. Who comes in next? Rapidash. Uh-oh, the evolution of Ponyta. Level 42, it's pretty high level. So yeah, it is faster. It goes for Fire Blast. It's probably gonna do a lot of damage. Yeah. And I'm burnt. It's a bit unfortunate. I'm gonna be taking some damage. Alright, Rapidash does not die one shot. That is too bad. So I'm gonna be taking a bit of damage here. Oh, they're using Bounce. So it's basically the equivalent of Fly. That's actually really smart, because now I take extra burn chip damage. There we go. They use Bounce. It lands. Doesn't take me out. Surf comes down. This kills the Rapidash. Now they bring in their final Pokemon. But Gyarados might go down to the burn. I'm not sure. Let's see. The last Pokemon is Arcanine. Level 47. That's almost 10 levels higher than me. 9 levels to be exact. The burn. Yep, burn takes me out. Okay. So that Arcanine is higher level than the entirety of my team. That's a bit scary. I'm gonna bring in Raichu to start. Maybe if I'm lucky, he'll get paralyzed from my static ability. So let's just go for Thunderbolt, try to get some damage off on it. That didn't do very much. Here comes the Fire Blast. This is probably gonna be really strong. Oh! Oh, I didn't think it would be that strong. Okay, I'm gonna go for a Thunder Wave to paralyze the Arcanine, in the hopes that I won't be able to attack. Okay, there goes Raichu. Ooh, that's scary. This Arcanine's probably gonna one-shot some of my Pokemon. Let's bring in Primeape, I guess, because it's got Rock Slide. It's 10 levels higher than my Primeape. Oh no, I'm using a full heal, so I'm no longer paralyzed. Or it's no longer paralyzed. That's not good. At least I'm getting some free damage in, I suppose. One more Rock Slide should kill it. Use a Hyper Potion. Okay, it's back to full health. Alright, well, we gotta chip it down with some Primeape Rock Slides. That did, I think, more than the other one did. I'm faster than it. I'm 10 levels lower than it. That's actually insane. Alright, one more Rock Slide, it dies. Ooh, please don't kill, please don't kill, please don't kill, please don't kill. Primeape, you can live this. No. That's a one-shot. Alright, let's bring in our own Arcanine. Arcanine versus Arcanine. Except they're 7 levels higher. No, 8 levels higher. And let's just go for Bite, I guess. Another Hyper Potion! That's crazy. How many Hyper Potions does this guy have? That Bite did not do very much damage. Maybe Takedown will do more? A bit more, I guess. Go for Fire Blast again. I do resist it, so I will take less damage. But still a lot of damage. I'm gonna go for Bite, because Bite has a chance to flinch. So maybe if I'm lucky, I'll get a flinch. But it doesn't seem to be happening. I'm getting hit by so many Fire Blasts. Oh my goodness. Alright, we use Bite again. Flinch? Flinch? No, but they're using Bite. I think they must have ran out of Fire Blast, because you've only got so many PP for Fire Blast. I think it's only 5. So I'm gonna bring in Venusaur now, in the hopes that they don't have any more Fire Blasts. And let's go for Cut. I think they're out of Fire Blast. They're using Takedown now. Alright, so they hurt themselves a little bit with the recoil. Venusaur Cut. One more Cut should take down the Arcanine. I think we got this. This Arcanine was really scary. It took down, like, most of my team. Venusaur, is that enough? There we go. Good job, Venusaur. So 2,145 experience. That is a lot of experience for Venusaur. And we're trying to learn Growth. This is an interesting move. It raises our special attack stat. But the thing is, I kind of like the moveset we have. So I don't think I want to learn Growth. I think I'm going to skip on it for now. So there we go. We did not learn Growth, and we defeated Gym Leader Blaine. I have been burned down to nothing. Not even ashes remain. You have earned the Volcano Badge. We got $9,400 for winning. There we go. Ha! The Volcano Badge heightens the special stats of your Pokemon. Here, you can have this too. We got TM38 from Blaine. Fire Blast is the ultimate fire technique. Don't waste it on a water Pokemon. So now we have the TM for the move Fire Blast. That's very exciting, because that's a very good move, as you saw that Arcanine use it. It did a ton of damage. So I'm going to open up the TM case, and I am going to take, where is it? Fire Blast, and I'm going to teach it to... Gyarados can learn Fire Blast? I guess that's what he said when he said, don't waste it on a water type. I'm going to teach it to Arcanine. So here we go. We're going to teach Arcanine Fire Blast. And we don't need Leer, right? Yeah, I don't think we need Leer. So we'll get rid of Leer, teach it Fire Blast. It's a very powerful move. It'll do extra damage because of the same type attack bonus. Very, very good. It is a little bit inaccurate, so it does have the chance of missing. But I think it's worth the risk most of the time going for it. So there we go. We have defeated the 7th gym now in the Kanto region. We only have one gym left. And if you might remember back in the beginning of our playthrough series, we couldn't get to the first gym we saw, and that gym was the gym in Viridian City. Well, now that gym should be available to battle. So now... Oh, hello. Hey! Huh? If it isn't Mythglad! Look, it's me, Bill. Long time no see. I hope you're still using my PC system. I am. Well, listen, since we met up here, how about spending time with me? There's this little island in the far south called One Island. A friend invited me, so I'm on my way out there. How about it? Do you feel like coming with me? If you say yes, he will take you with you, and he'll take you to a whole long side quest and all that. I'm not too interested in that, so I'm just gonna say no. What? Are you too busy? Well, alright. The boat hasn't arrived yet anyways. I'll be waiting at the Pokemon Center over there. Come see me when you're done with your business here. So there we go. He leaves. I'm not too interested in that, because that takes you to the Sevi Islands, which is a separate location not in the Kanto region, and you can find Pokemon that aren't in the Kanto region, like Murkrow and those kind of Pokemon. You can kind of go there whenever you want, really. I'm not too interested in going there for now. Maybe once I beat the game, I'll consider going back. But for now, I'm not too interested. So, if we take a look at the town map, at the beginning of our playthrough, when we got to Viridian City, there was a gym here, but we couldn't get here as it was locked. Now, the gym is available. So, what we gotta do in the next episode is we gotta surf over to Route 21, back home to Pallet Town, and then run over to Viridian City. Or if we wanted to, we could just take Pidgeotto, or Pidgeot, and just fly to Viridian City and skip this whole little section here, which is a lot faster. I'm going to go through this section here because we might find some new Pokemon, and it's a good way to get some more experience points. Because we'll definitely be needing some experience points. So that's the plan for the next episode. So let's head back to the Pokemon Center and heal up, because Blaine's Arcanine did a lot of damage to our team. So here we go. We're healing our Pokemon back up to full health. Very nice. And this is where we're gonna wrap it up for today's episode of Pokemon Fire Red. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.